Hi, I'm James Wilkinson and I've been a travel editor for over 20 years. On this show, we're going to take you to some of the world's most amazing destinations, from the big cities to the great regional areas. We'll take you inside some of the world's best hotels, bars, restaurants, and much more. Right now, we're in Singapore, and this is Wayfarer. Well, for 130 years, Raffles has been an icon here in Singapore. It's one of the greatest hotels on the planet, one of the most classic, and it's about to get a beautiful makeover. Come with me and we'll find out what's going on. Well, the Raffles Hotel in Singapore is 130 years old this year, and that makes it one of the oldest in the world. Joining me today is Ronald, the hotel manager, and Ronald, this grand old hotel is about to get a wonderful makeover, isn't it?
Correct, it is. We have commenced in February our 16 months phased restoration program to really make sure that the hotel remains distinct and relevant to nowadays travelers.
Sounds fantastic. A lot of it is really about the rooms, isn't it? I mean, you look at these beautiful lobbies and the marble and how nice these parts of the hotel are, but this is really about the rooms, giving that a real great refresh, isn't it?
Correct. It's an overall restoration program for the entire hotel, looking at all the areas in the hotel, but really making sure that we retain what is so special about Raffles right now, the architecture, the charm, the service, and really implementing new technologies and new food and beverage concepts and creating spaces for that are important for nowadays travelers.
Well, Ronald, let's have a bit of a walk around the hotel and can show us a bit of the highlights of it while we're here.
Yeah, fantastic.
How do you describe the hotel from a design perspective if someone asks you to describe it?
Well, it's of course the 130 years history, so it's very Victorian, very opulent, very elegant, and of course colonial.
Has there been quite a procedure to make sure all the new furniture coming in is right and all the designs are fitting perfectly in with the history?
Yeah, absolutely. We've been working together with our partners, AIDA's architect, as well as Alexandra Champellimot, and of course with the local partners to get approvals for all the aspects of the restoration, and to making sure that we retain what Raffles makes is so special, and it's the charm, the atmosphere, and of course our legendary service.
Welcome to Atlas, the most talked about new bar in the world. There's a beautiful 1920s Art Deco design here, there's plenty of classic cocktails on the list, and there's a tower with over 1,000 gins on it right behind me.
You feel the blood under your skin, full of it.
Well, we're here at the beautiful Art Deco-inspired Atlas Bar in Singapore, and Roman, the head bartender, is here with me. And Roman, mate, you walk in and see this gin tower. What a sight.
It's a beautiful space, isn't it? No, we've been very, very fortunate to be part of this amazing project.
And what a wonderful addition to the Singapore scene. We were just saying before off camera that real lack of classic, beautiful hotel cocktail bars or classic bars of this size anywhere in the world. This is a great addition for Singapore.
Yeah, that's true. So, we spent actually a lot of time about doing research about 1920s, because you can see the whole building actually is inspired by Art Deco from that period. So what we're trying to do actually in Atlas is we're celebrating the Art Deco period. So we're recreating a 5-star hotel lobby bars from that period from Europe. So imagine a Ritz in Paris, or like a Connaught Hotel American bar in Savoy in London.
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to do over here.
But same thing, obviously, from a cocktail perspective, from a drinks perspective, obviously from the way you guys dress as well. It is all about that experience, isn't it?
Yeah, there was a lot of thoughts behind. So we did a lot of research about what people have been eating back in the days, what people have been drinking back in the days, and of course what they've been wearing and stuff like that. So it's all actually reflect on the final product, I would say.
You feel the blood under your skin.
Well, Singapore is one of the best destinations in the world when it comes to shopping. Right across the city, you'll find mega malls everywhere, including where we are today, the shops at Marina Bay Sands. Here, there's almost 300 stores, including 170 of the world's top leading luxury designer brands. Come on, let's go shopping. Welcome to level 57 of Marina Bay Sands, home to one of the best infinity pools found anywhere in the world. It's here you want to jump in the water, swim to the edge and get a photo of Singapore as your backdrop. G'day mate, how are you?
Yeah, good. Nice to see you again.
You too. Well, now it's time for a bit of a foodie tour of Singapore, and joining me today is Emmanuel Bernardos, who's the Group General Manager for the unlisted collection of 17 great restaurants in Singapore, and this is the hardest to find.
Yeah, it certainly is. It's an amazing little Japanese restaurant hidden behind a little mee pok restaurant, so it's a local noodle restaurant.
Let's go and check out Bincho.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on through.
So this is Bincho. Tiny place. Look, there's only 10 seats in here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a really, really small restaurant. It's probably the only restaurant I've ever seen that increases in the amount of seats between dinner and lunch, or lunch and dinner. So it's 20 seats, including that little bar area out the back there for lunch, and then it expands to 40 seats at night.
And this is one of your favourite little spots in Singapore, isn't it?
Look, it happens to be as well. I remember even before I started working with the group, that this was a place I used to come for a quiet cocktail or a beer and just look busy.
Well, welcome to Burnt Ends, just named the 53rd best restaurant in the world. It's led by executive chef Dave Pint, who hails from Western Australia and who is cooking some of the best modern Australian barbecue you can find anywhere. We're going to go inside and catch up with Dave and talk a bit about that food, the number 53 ranking and much more. Come and join me. Well, mate, you've just come in at number 53 in the world's best restaurants. And mate, that's amazing, particularly for the style of food you're cooking. An Australian, exciting, modern barbecue style of food. Mate, you're absolutely smashing some of the best restaurants in the world away.
Yeah, look, it's pretty surprising to be so high up on the list, but in the same token, we're pretty stoked to be on there, and it's good that people are coming here and enjoying what we do.
When you opened up in Singapore, you literally opened on the time when the curve was just, it was really picking up. The food scene here has gone ballistic, and you've opened up pretty much what people have wanted for a long time at the right time.
Luck. Got nothing else to say. Luck, timing, and great.
It's great food. It's great food though. You've got good quality ingredients, really, really great food that people want to eat.
Well, we're pretty blessed in Singapore. We get the best of the best from all around the world.
Emmanuel, we're here at Cheek by Jow, one of the hottest new restaurants in Singapore. Tell us about the concept.
Quite amazingly, it's actually modern Australian. It's the best of the sort of food that you find back home in Sydney, Melbourne, Bris, Perth, Adelaide, Darwin, Hobart.
What kind of dishes are we talking about?
Look, it's a real eclectic mix of different foods and flavours. The executive chef here is a Sri Lankan-born Australian, Rishi, and we're just about to meet him now in any case. And the style of food's really, really nice and light, quite funnily different to a lot of food here in Singapore, the style of food that Rishi's doing. And it is a big hit with the 30-odd thousand Australians that live here.
Chef.
Hey, how are you?
Thanks for having us.
Hello.
So now we're in your great kitchen. Mate, what are some of the real food trends you're seeing at the moment here in Singapore?
It's catching up.
Yeah.
Like, can't really say trends. There's certain restaurants actually making a big impact. And as a cuisine, I think modern Australian. We have so many Australian chefs in Singapore right now, and they're all doing really, really great food.
And ingredients-wise, what's really top of your list at the moment?
Being in Singapore, one of the best things, we can pretty much get our hands on anything that grow in this world or farm. We can actually get some of the best produce in the world.
On the next episode of Wayfarer, well, Sentosa is about 20 minutes away from Singapore, and right now we're in one of the most luxurious resorts on the island of Sentosa. Well, we're here outside Employees Only, which is the Singaporean outpost of the New York Bar, and Andrew, one of the great hidden bars of Singapore. Well, the Mercure Singapore Bugis is one of the most stylish hotels in the city, and it's only opened a few months ago. Welcome to Singapore's Changi Airport, one of the biggest, busiest, and for the last 5 years in a row, the best airport in the world.